You know, I've never really been the kind of person to hold on to grudges with others, as I tend to just try to forgive and forget, because who wants to hold on to all that exhausting and pointless negativity, like, am I right, folks? But, as the old saying goes, elephants never forget. Wait, what? Okay, who wrote this? Hey guys, how's it going? The name's TheFearRaiser, and I've got another story for you guys today. An untold story. Untold until now, of course. About a summer camp counselor I had every summer growing up who used to go out of his way to literally bully me during my time there. This is the story of Dan, the summer camp bully. Now, I'm not sure how many of you guys used to or still go to summer camps every year, but when I was younger, I used to be put in all sorts of camps. Easter camps, spring camps, summer camps. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm starting to think I was a handful for my parents. But nonetheless, it was a good time. I generally enjoyed going to these camps because it was sort of exciting for me to meet new kids and hopefully make new friends, as I hadn't grown into that anxiety phase yet and could literally speak with anyone. And for the most part, things were great. Not sure if any of you ever watched the classic Disney show Recess, but my entire childhood, school life was basically best represented in that regard, with kids being in their own cliques, popular girls being in one section, jocks being in another, and in these summer camps, I chose to be the hybrid. A creature able to step out of the shadows of nerd culture and slip into the popular kids group with no consequences whatsoever. So growing up, I was always pretty good with talking to people, and I never really used to let that stop me from pushing my way around to meeting people. I would come into summer camp with my Game Boy SP and my deck of Yu-Gi-Oh cards literally every day, set to face anyone who opposed me. Seriously, look at this picture of me back then. Look at how many blue eyes, white dragons I had! I was the coolest kid around! Why do I sound like Seinfeld? Bees! But in all seriousness, I was a lovable nerd/jock kind of guy since I was bigger than the other kids, so I got around just fine. However, the counselors of these summer camps were on a whole other level to which most times were impossible to get on their good side, let alone be friends with them. With one of them standing out the most. Dan. Dan the man, as they would call him, or what I would like to call him, the worst human in existence, for me at the time, to have ever walked this earth, in that moment. Ever for the summer. Now, Dan was one of the counselors who had been doing his job for quite some time, as many of the other counselors would more or less let him take charge in a lot of situations when it came to little field trips to a park or just to go outside for the most part. Everyone loved him because he treated everyone so nicely, except me. For some strange reason, I was his target for every time he wanted to throw an insult at me, pick at me, or just embarrass me in general for absolutely no reason whatsoever. This guy would go out of his way to target me in any random situation and make me appear like a fool in front of the other kids, just so they could all end up laughing at me. From being the prey for his jokes to him purposely riling me up to get me angry just to abuse his power, when I was under the watch of the summer camp, he would stop at nothing to make my experience a living hell. I remember there was this one time where I had woken up bright and early, feeling pretty great if I do say so myself, and was ready to tackle the day at the camp. Why was I so happy? Well, because I knew Dan was going to be off that day and not be at the summer camp, so I was quite pleased to hear this. I had recently gotten a new game too, if I remember correctly, so I was pretty head over heels. As I went to the summer camp, I had done everything in my power to make sure that this was going to be a great day, because I needed to take advantage of the sheer fact that Dan wasn't around to ruin my moment. So I would play sports with the jocks, play Yu-Gi-Oh cards with the nerds, and flirt with the ladies. Just kidding, I was too young to really care about that part of my life at the moment, but we still all had a good time. All of a sudden, the creak of the gym door opens. Did I mention our camp took place inside a school gym? And as I slowly turned my head around, I prepared to see the impending doom that was Dan. Dan had apparently decided to come into work anyways because he wanted to take an extra shift, and I'll never forget the evil grin he gave me when he seen how nerved I was to see him back in. Immediately after chatting with the other counselors, he had told everyone to come close together and form a circle. After everyone got together and sat next to each other, I knew something was about to happen. Dan immediately started to pick on me in front of all of these kids. He was cracking jokes, saying mean things, and was generally upsetting me, and his jokes fueled my rage. In the moment, I had blurted out and had told him to shut up. The second I had said this, he stopped and slowly turned around, giving me the same look Itachi gave Sasuke after he killed the entire Uchiha family, and he said, "What did you say?" It was at this moment I realized I messed up. Angry but also joyful, Dan had looked at me as he knew he had me after talking back to him like that, and had started a little fight with me by calling me out on literally the most ridiculous things. After I had returned backfire calling him out for always picking on me, he had told me to stop talking and go to the corner of the gym by myself and face the wall. I'll never forget how upset and embarrassed I had felt. He knew he had the power to do this as I was just a little kid, but he abused it wholeheartedly as I got up and left with all the kids laughing at me as I walked to the corner of the gym. Summer camp eventually ended after that, and I was yet again away from Dan's grasp. Lo and behold, as I returned to other camps in the near future, Dan was not around, and I had been blessed with not having to see his face ever again. Well, during camp anyways. Many years later, after growing up and going to university, I had walked into a Staples building looking for some school supplies, and you'll never guess who I saw working in there. Oh, look, it was Dan as a supervisor. Oh, Dan, I thought you wanted more in life than to become a supervisor at Staples of all things, but I guess that's karma for you. But regardless, that's my story. Hey guys, I hope you did enjoy that animation. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on my Instagram and Twitter to, I guess, see what I'm up to. Yeah, if you care. But either way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright guys, see ya!